Good morning, everybody. It's your girl Miracle Sims, and you are listening to God, Sex, and Love. Your daily dose of inspiration, the juice. It is March the 25th, 2021, and today the topic is Lady Wisdom. Lady Wisdom. um, well, I came to this topic today. Woke up this morning, the time that stuck out to me, uh, after I woke up and tried to, of course, get my mind up. I want to say it was 407. So again, if you guys want to look at 407 and Google those Bible verses, then by all means, have at it. Some good stuff, as always. But yeah, you guys can take a look at that. So yeah, took me a little time to get on in here, but by the time I did, um, I did my prayer meditation. And I mean, there was a couple of words and phrases and things that kind of stood out to me. But eventually, the words and phrases, as I looked, and I don't know, eventually it led to wisdom. Um, and so as I read, the wisdom verses, it was standing out to me. So, yeah, here we are. Now, I find it interesting how there are parts in the Bible where um, they refer to wisdom from like a feminine perspective or as a woman or something like that. So I always found that interesting. Maybe it resonates because I am a woman. I don't know. But yeah, I always found that interesting. If you don't know what I'm talking about, it's going to be in a Go Deeper section. But I'm referring to like Proverbs 8, 1 through 36. Um, Obviously, I'm not reading that to you guys. You guys going to read that on your own, right? Right? Of course you are. um, so, yeah, I always found that to be interesting. But I want to say the verse that like came into my mind, like when I thought of wisdom, was I guess this verse right here, Proverbs 17, 27 and 28. It says, whoever restrains his words has knowledge. And he who has a cool spirit is a man of understanding. Even a fool who keeps silent and is considered wise. When he closes his lips, he is deemed intelligent. So that is the verse that kind of stood out to me this morning as I thought about wisdom. That hey, maybe sometimes some of us should just be quiet, just stay quiet. I don't know. Oh, look, that's the juice. Bye. I'm just kidding. Now that's probably the pulp for some people because sometimes maybe people don't want to be quiet, especially about things that they feel like they are right about, whatever the case is. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. Perhaps that can help some of us today. Me too. Now I'm not just trying to put something on y'all that I can't, take in myself. It's there are definitely situations where if I don't know something, I just stay quiet and listen. Or sometimes even if I do know something, sometimes it just behooves me to just stay quiet and listen. So the word says here that it is wise to do so and that even if you are a fool, it says it's better to stay quiet than remove all doubt, right? But anywho, um, so yeah, here are some verses that I came across this morning in regards to wisdom. So James 1 and 5 says, if any of you lacks wisdom, let him ask God who gives generously to all without reproach, and it will be given him. Yeah, that's the thing, y'all. I know we kind of touched on the other day. You know, sometimes we want to know our future. Sometimes we want to know what's coming. Sometimes, people seek out all kinds of things to get wisdom and knowledge and all this stuff. But I mean, obviously, the Bible and God wants us to come to Him for this. And He said He's generous. He'd be generous to give us the wisdom that we seek. So, Yeah, I mean, I guess next time we get confused about something, we should try it. Try to go to God's word and try to, ask Him, pray, and ask for, the wisdom that you seek. Um, I'm believing that He will give it to you. In due time, you will get some understanding about whatever it is, and yeah, I mean, it's just one of those things, y'all. I mean, I guess I just sit here and think like, um, some of the things that the word tell us to do is just so easy, right? I mean, on one hand, I guess it could be seen as easier said than done and everything like that. But I'm like, you know, um, but is it really that hard? Like, what makes it so hard to just go to God about the things that we're confused about, or just go to God about everything, right? I mean, on one hand, it just doesn't seem as hard as we make it to be. Um, no, I mean, I'll admit, like when I'm going through situations, I don't necessarily. Well, I mean, who knows? Maybe my mind and perspective is changing now. But I mean, I can say maybe there was a time in my life that, if I'm going through a hardship or situation, maybe my first thought wasn't to go to God. I can say that perhaps throughout my life that has been my experience. Or maybe even like, I end up going to God last. Like after I try to figure it all out on my own, try to go to others and figure, see what their opinions are and all that stuff, then I find myself going to God last about whatever it is. And so, like I said, I mean, I get it, right? I totally understand that sometimes when you're in the midst of situations that, depending on what your perspective is, it's like that's how you handle it. But I mean, I think we should practice going to God about all things. And I mean, and in this case, we're talking about wisdom. So, yeah, practice going to God for wisdom, knowledge, understanding and see what it does for you. See what it does for you in your life. And you know, again, I'm talking to you, but I'm also talking to me. Also talking to me. And so I think, anything that when it comes to change and things like that, I mean, we have to be active about, it will, the word says too, like, we should, uh, die daily or, carrying our cross and all that good stuff. So, um, yeah, and it will die to self. I don't know if you guys are familiar with that, but yeah, dying to ourselves daily and things like that. So yeah, just putting it into practice. I think that's what it is. We have to get into our hearts and minds that what I'm going to be, you know, uh, the word just went away from my mind, but I'm going to be. Oh, I'm trying to think. What was that word? Mm, I can't think of it right now. I apologize. But anywho, I mean, y'all know what time it is in the morning. But anyway, look, excuses, right? Excuses. Um, or I mean, I don't know. Like I'm gonna be diligent. I mean, that's not the word I had in my mind, but something like that. Like I'm gonna be diligent about or intentional. There it is. I'm gonna be intentional about doing this thing, So I'm gonna be intentional about going to God for wisdom. And yeah, we just got to get that into our hearts, minds, and practice it. So James 3:17 says, "But the wisdom from above is first pure, then peaceable, gentle, open to reason, full of mercy and good fruits, impartial and sincere." Man, like that sounds great. That is the wisdom from above. You know, yeah, I mean, it does say that, God will give us the peace to understand, that surpasses all understanding. So, uh, and I guess when you have that peace, then yeah, this is all like the fruits of that type of peace and that type of understanding. So yeah, I mean, if you want this to be you in your life and me in my life, or whatever the case is, we want to be, peaceful, gentle, open to reason, and all these things. Then I mean, we need to seek the wisdom from above, uh, and not just our own or our earthly wisdom. Uh, but yeah. Now, this is gonna be in the go deeper section, but I'm gonna just like take part of it and share it right now. Um, Proverbs 3:13 through 18. The part I want to share right now that stood out to me says, "Blessed is the one who finds wisdom and the one who gets understanding, for the gain from her is better than gain from silver, and her profit better than gold." Yeah, y'all. I mean, it just really, you know, I think again, like as we get into the word and as we like, get understanding about everything, we start to put things into perspective. And so the things that we hold dear or the things that we think is great, like gold and silver or whatever the case is, isn't as great as we may feel it is. I mean, it's just a tangible form of, you know, uh exchanging of goods or whatever the case is. But I mean, it, well, this may be deep. This may be the pulp, but y'all know that in Revelations, it starts talking about how Antichrist is going to be controlling money and everything like that. So at the end of the day, like, what would it be worth to have all this gold and silver if there's coming a time where someone else can literally control it? Then what? Like, so what good would it be to have the gold and silver? It's like we don't accept this currency anymore. You know what I mean? So I mean, and that's a I ain't gonna lie. I mean, I smile and I chuckle, but I mean that's a scary thought. Um, at least for me, because I just think about, I don't know. It's like, what are we going to do? Like, especially those of us in America that are like spoiled in a lot of ways, to say, for lack of a better way to say it, like, we're kind of spoiled in the way we live. And, by all means, a lot of us grew up with, homes and technology and all this amazing stuff. And, you know, honestly, no, I mean, this may be some pulp too, but I mean, when I look at situations, like when I think about what is to come, right? Or what the Bible says is to come. And as I look around the world and I see how much stuff is getting closer and closer to what it says, the people that are living off the grid might have a leg up on all of us that are living in the way, this cushy lifestyle of, technology and everything. Because I mean, I don't know, like, when I think about it, I'm like, man, would I be able to live off the grid? Like, what are we going to do? Like, I mean, I'm spoiled. I'm spoiled. I mean, be honest. Like, if I want to eat a certain thing or whatever the case is, that's how I, operate. And be like, man, I want some. Like last night, I wanted some fried fish. We just ordered some fried fish, and it came to the house, and you know what I mean, and whatever, whatever. And it's like, but when you think about, okay, if somebody else is going to control the money one day and all this different stuff, then like you got to probably get out of that, and get out. Hey, what are you going to eat? Like, I mean, are you going to take the mark? Like, Lord, I hope and pray that I'm strong, enough to not do that. Y'all, man, I don't know. Like, that's why we need to be praying. That's why we need to be just seeking wisdom and knowledge in this time. Like, while we have these apps and all that stuff, I mean, this is the easiest way to get into our word and Bible. At least right now, I mean, but you still should have a physical Bible too, because I mean, who knows? I mean, but that's a whole nother subject, y'all. That's a whole nother subject. But I mean, I guess it's not far fetched when they had the books back in the day that we read in school about times when they was burning books. And I don't know if that was again, that was a long time ago when I was in school. So I gotta think back and or maybe I need to look it up to see like if this actually happened um as well, or was it just the narrative, or just the story about such things happening. But just saying, y'all, just saying, we should just be a little bit more diligent about getting wisdom and knowledge in this time, so we won't be. That's why it's like even with all the stuff that's going on, and I'm not gonna sit here and act like there's a couple of things that didn't surprise me because again, hearing about some of the stuff that, like for example, Allie is a great example for me because it's like hearing the things that she went through, and then the things that are going on behind the scenes, like that stuff was a bit of surprise. But then at the same time too, you always will hear about little different things, especially in the entertainment industry. You would hear about little stuff. You hear about like the casting couch, and you hear about all these little rumors of things. But you know, I guess you never really knew unless I guess somebody really went through it and sharing their testimony or whatever the case is. And so, as more and more stuff is being revealed, yes, I can say that there has been some surprises for me, but at the same time, not really. You know what I mean? As somebody that has read the Bible, and like I said, so when I look around, I'm looking at it like, man, there's a lot of stuff that is coming to fruition. You know what I mean? There's a lot of every like it's going in a certain direction, and the word talks about all of this. And so, yeah, I mean, I guess this is the way that we can uh, not be, well, one led astray, as well as not surprised about, the things that are happening. And and then again, by getting this wisdom and knowledge, you'll have that peace, understanding, you'll be open to reason and all the things like that. So that is the juice, y'all. I hope you guys enjoyed that. I mean, I hope it gave you guys something to think about. You can always go into the go deeper section. I mean, obviously, a lot of good wisdom can be found in Proverbs. So, I mean, a lot of the verses in the go deeper section are from Proverbs. But yeah, I mean, maybe we should challenge each other to read the entire Proverbs and really meditate and pray on, let it marinate on our hearts, souls, and minds. That whole chapter, if you want to call it. But yeah, that is the juice. Now, the Bible verse of today is James 4:7. It says, "Submit yourselves, therefore, to God. Resist the devil, and he will flee from you." Friends, I hope you all enjoyed this juice this morning. Thank you so much for listening to God, Sex, and Love, your daily dose of inspiration and juice. I pray you guys can go forth and have a wonderful day. And I look forward to talking to you all tomorrow, if the Lord's will. And guess what, y'all? Guess what? Tomorrow's Friday. Tomorrow is Friday, so we have a show coming out on God, Sex, and Love, the talk show. And y'all, we going to talk about sex, y'all. We're going to talk about what to do when you're hot and bothered, what to do when you're horny. Man, if you want to tune into that conversation, it's going to go live tomorrow at 7 p.m. on all our platforms. Yes, God, Sex, and Love Facebook, God, Sex, and Love YouTube, and yes, eventually on GodSexandLove.com. So, it's going to be a little bit of a juicy conversation, so you guys can come on in and check us out and, let us know what you think and whatnot. This is God, Sex, and Love. Now, we going to, keep it real. We're going to keep it real. But, yeah, I just wanted to make sure I shared that with you all, my podcast people. But I'll let you guys go. Y'all have a blessed day. Thank you so much again for listening. And looking forward to talking to you all tomorrow. Bye bye. Yeah, man. Yeah. Facebook, YouTube. Y'all looking forward to that. Yep, goes live tomorrow at 7 p.m. Man, to be honest with you guys, that topic has been near and dear to my heart for some years. I want to say, especially in my single years, single years, especially in my single years. Um, as a Christian woman, I shared with you guys. I mean, especially on my YouTube, I shared with you guys my thoughts about all of this stuff way back in the day, and so that was probably like one of my number one questions, man. What am I supposed to do when I am horny? Uh, because I know it's a natural thing. It's a natural thing. It's a natural gift that God has given us. But I'm like, my goodness, Lord, like what? Like it's. I mean, well, it's good to have conviction, right? It's good to still be convicted because if you're not convicted, then that's a whole nother problem for you. Uh, in my humble opinion, but I guess it depends on what you believe and everything like that. I mean, if you don't care, then maybe it's not a problem to you. But Ugh. um, but anywho, but for those that are believers, I mean, hopefully this conversation that's coming up will be a good, um, and like I said, eye-opening conversation. I mean, again, there's different perspectives depending on where you are in life. Um, so yeah, I mean, you're gonna hear, across the board, you're gonna hear from the married perspective as well as single perspective, uh, of what we should do when we're hot and bothered. And yeah, I think you guys are gonna enjoy the conversation. We did. It was a good time, and it's gonna go live tomorrow. Now, y'all, I don't know if you guys know or not. I don't know if you guys know or not. But well, one thing, we're nearing the end of season 3. Technically this episode that I just recorded there is episode 99. So that means tomorrow's episode will be episode 100. And I don't go past 100 on these. I just, start over. So we'll be on season 4 if the Lord's will. On Saturday, we'll be hitting season 4 of The Juice. So that's amazing, right? That means technically I would be at like 400 episodes of The Juice. That's what it should be. I mean, again, it could be give or take just because of the couple of episodes that I might have skipped or whatever. But for the most part, if I'm counting right now, if I'm counting right, that should be like 400 episodes of The Juice. Like that. I don't know what y'all think of that, but me, I'm over here like that is amazing. Like who knew that, man? I didn't know. I did not know. I did not know when I made up daily inspiration and it was gonna really be daily. And that's amazing to me. That God has used me to be able to do that. And it's so funny. Like as I sat over here this morning, I was thinking to myself, like, man, am I gonna be an old lady doing the juice? Like, like you know what I'm saying? Like, am I gonna be like elderly and then to my last, you know what I mean? To be like the juice, and then that be my last one. I don't know. I'm not trying to be morbid about it, but I did wonder to myself, like, how long am I going to do this? I don't know. I mean, I'm enjoying it, so I hope you guys are enjoying it too. That would be a blessing. That would be a blessing. I mean, I know it'd be kind of, I mean, but hopefully somebody would carry it on. I think that's the thing about like when you do something or leave a legacy or whatever the case is. Like, hopefully, either my son would carry it on or somebody would carry it on my behalf. Um, for the future generations, and everything like that. But yeah, yeah, I don't know. That just crossed my mind this morning. And you guys may notice, I'm in front of my green screen. Y'all, if y'all go to my Instagram, y'all will see, man. I took a photo of my little man yesterday. Man, he's getting so big, and he's 2 years old, y'all. I just shared little different things about him with you guys, but yeah, I did some little footage of him yesterday, and I used the green screen, so I just decided to just keep the green screen this morning. I was gonna put up my other backdrop, but I just was like, I'll just leave it, leave it like this for now. Um, but yeah, so that's that. But also another milestone that God Sex and Love is about to hit is on April the 1st. Y'all know that's when I started the juice. That's when I started this whole venture. Last year, April the 1st. So that will be our anniversary. Anniversary. So I mean, this idea was presented to me, so I'm gonna present it to y'all, and y'all just, let me know what you want to do. If you want to participate or if you want to do something, then just send it my way. So basically, it was presented to me that maybe as a way of celebration, Those of you all that are encouraged by the juice or inspired by the juice or whatever the case is, if you guys want to send a video or something like that expressing, how the juices inspired you or whatever the case is, then, if you guys want to send me a little video, a little clip or something like that, then you guys can do that. Send it to godsexandlove@gmail.com. Because again, like I said, we're about to hit a year, y'all. About to hit a year. Um, Also another thing you guys can do on the podcast, if you listen to us on the Anchor platform and on the Anchor app, then I mean, obviously I'm not on Anchor right now, so oops. But if you guys listen to the podcast, you can like send a recording. You can send a voicemail to me. So yeah, if you don't want to do a video, if you want to send a voicemail or something like that, that would be cool. Maybe I can air that and share them on the podcast, something like that. In the midst of my little commercial rotations and things like that, if you guys want to leave a drop or just some words of encouragement or whatever the case is, um, you're welcome to do so. I would love to hear from you all. Um, I appreciate those of you guys that comment. Shout out to you, um, and everything like that. And I appreciate you guys every day for those that comment and stuff. But you just putting it out there. So, just throwing it out there as an idea if we want to do something to celebrate this milestone, this accomplishment of a year on April the 1st, then yeah, send me a voicemail or send me a little video or something like that. And I'll share it and shout it out, of course. Um, or if you can think of something else, if you guys got another way that you guys want to celebrate, by all means, let me know. Let me know. um, I could do a giveaway or something like that. I mean, y'all know we got merch, right? We got God, Sex, and Love merch. I just need to get it. Like it's online and available to be ordered. I just haven't ordered any myself yet, which I know that's bad. I shouldn't have told y'all that. But I mean, I'm being honest with you guys that I haven't ordered any myself yet either. 'Cause I keep creating different little stuff. Um, but yeah, perhaps, getting some merch or something like that and maybe doing a giveaway or something. I don't know. There's a lot of little things that can be done to celebrate. Um, so yeah, I guess y'all can let me know if you want to celebrate or whatever. Or I don't know, but I just think it's a huge accomplishment. A year of doing this podcast, the juice in particular, um, as well as the fact that it did come to, like, my original idea came to fruition through the talk show as well. So it's I think it's a blessing. I definitely have been in this place of gratitude and just thankful for what God is doing, and I'm excited. I'm excited too, and yeah, man, that's it. That's it. I don't know how long I've been talking now, so I'll let you guys go. But thank you guys so much for listening. Thank you so much for watching, and I hope you guys have a blessed day. Talk to y'all tomorrow if the Lord's will. Bye.